Hi, I'm Orla Allen, medium, and Orla Allen, author, and here are some cards for you. The first card that came out, I feel like I need to leave it till the end. So we're going to move on to the second card, which is the Six of Wands. Sorry, it's the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands talks about where you're manifesting your future. Now, Wands talk about how you spend your days or your work situation. So where you're trying to create a future for yourself, either in a different working environment or a different environment for how you're spending your days, then this card's very much coming forward to say that you are the bright shining light in the centre of your story, and it's up to you what you want to create. It's up to you what you want to bring into your life. It's up to you what you're going to bring into your future, and that's why it's a manifesting card. I do feel like there's an awful lot of potential with this, so I kind of want to say to you to reach for the stars. The next card we have is the Four of Swords. Now, swords normally talk about your problems and issues, but the Four is talking about where there's stability. So there has been a phase recently where things haven't been settled, things haven't been how you'd like it. You've perhaps not been particularly excited about what's going on in your life or how things are going for you. I'm just going to pop that there because that's the name of the cards, because there's a deck sitting in at the back there, and I don't want you thinking it's that deck. Anyway, so the Four of Swords is talking about where you are in a more stable phase right now. I'm very drawn to the lamb having the sun in the middle of the forehead, and the sun talks about where you're being set free. So I feel like because it's in the middle of the forehead, and that's the third eye, then I feel like our thoughts have been quite negative recently. We've been in a bit of a funk, if I can put it to you that way. But the sun shining out of the third eye here very much talks about where you're being set free from the old ways. You're being set free from those negative thoughts. You're being set free from whatever restraints you had put onto you. And this force coming forward to say, yeah, things aren't perfect yet, but we're getting there. And things are a lot more stable than they once were. So I do feel like this is a very positive card, although it's talking about your problems and issues. And although it's talking about your problems and issues not being completely gone, it is talking about where we're moving into a much stronger phase. Because I kind of feel like if you got out of your own mind, if you got out of your own head and were able to think straight, you could focus on what it is you want to bring into your life and what it is you want to create. Now, the next card we have is the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords kind of talks about a new problem rising its head, but it's something that's previously existed. So I want to talk about where we've dealt with this in the past. We know what we're doing with it. We know where we're going with it. But it is rising its head again. So I feel like I feel like this problem has come up before. Excuse me. And I feel like we know what we should have done before, but we kind of got away with something. I feel like we didn't deal with everything, or we didn't deal as severely with everything as we knew we should have, and that's why it's coming back up again. So I kind of feel like now is the time to take the action you should have taken previously, because if you'd have taken that action, you wouldn't have to deal with this again now. So whatever the problem was before that you dealt with it, look at how you could make a more serious commitment to resolving that situation this time. Finally, we've got the Seven of Cups. Now, cups talk about relationships, they talk about the emotions, but again, we have the sun. So on the first card here, we've got a flame. On the second card, we've got a sun. And on the fourth card, we've got another sun. So this very much talks about where you're being set free, where you're being released from it. Again, it's a seven, so it's talking about where we're manifesting our future, where we're creating the relationships and emotions that we want in our life. So I do feel very positive with this card. I also feel like it depends on how you approach it, okay? If you want the bright future, if you want all the wonderful stuff that you're hoping and dreaming for, you have to believe that it's going to happen. You have to believe in the future that you want. And I feel like that's what's really, really calling to me from this card. I kind of feel like you're about to move into a phase where things are going to be more peaceful, where things are going to be more relaxed, where they're going to be more laid back. But I feel like you need to take charge of the situation and you need to own it. Okay, so you need to focus on what you want, not what you don't want, not what you're sick of, not what you've had enough of. You very much have to think about what it is that you're trying to invite into your life. And then we're going to move to the final card, which is the High Priestess card. And when I picked that card, I had it turned over. I did look at it before I went to do the reading, but I kind of knew I had to leave it till the end. So I want to talk about where you've got the world at your feet. Okay, but I also need to talk about where you've got psychic abilities and where you've got awarenesses. Now, I'm not saying that you're a medium, I'm not saying that you're a psychic, but what I am saying is that you are very in tune to what's right and wrong for you. You're very in tune to what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you. And I feel like this card's coming forward to say to you, listen to what's in your gut, listen to what's in your heart, listen to what you know to be true. Okay, so I kind of feel like there was a little bit of a hum and a haw when I turned over, or when I spoke about the Ten of Swords, and when I spoke about the situation that previously existed and we dealt with that's rising its head again. I kind of feel like we're kind of like, I don't want the confrontation, I don't want to have to deal with this, so I'm just going to do the bare minimum. And I feel like this card is coming forward to say to you, do you know what? You know what the right thing is to do, you know in your gut, and it's not the bare minimum. Okay, so I kind of feel like I'm giving you a bit of a telling off with this card, but I also want to tell you that the High Priestess comes forward because she's strong. She knows what she wants, and whether you're male or female, just because I'm saying she, I feel like I'm very in tune to my intuitive side. So I want to look back at the Seven of Cups. The cups are talking about emotions. They're the feminine card. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to welcome into your life, whatever it is that you're trying to connect in with, the High Priestess is coming forward to say you can have that if you want it, but you have to put the work in. You have to put the effort in. You can't. I can't use that phrase. You can't. No half measures, okay? You have to give it 110%. You have to fully commit to your future, and I feel like it's going to be a very positive one, and I feel like everything that's coming in the near future is very much within your grasp. It's very much within your hands, but if you shy away from it, then you're not going to get the rewards that you deserve. You're not going to get... I'm not saying that it's going to be horrendous for you. I'm not saying that it's going to be really, really bad for you, but it could be so much better, if I can put it to you that way. It could be so much better than it's going to be, but you have to fully commit to yourself and to what it is you're trying to create and what it is that you're trying to welcome back into your life. So please have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I hope this finds you in good health, and I hope you hear the message that it was intended for. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Speak to you all again soon.